Paris Hilton teaches Prince Harry a lesson. She covers a lot of ground in a new memoir. Since 2020, when she first shared this story in the documentary This Is Paris, Hilton has been part of a survivors movement that calls for CEDU facilities to be shut down. The sections of a memoir detailing a treatment there read like equal parts exposé and survival thriller, but here too, the book takes an unexpected turn. Paris Hilton isn't sorry for her privilege, but she isn't sorry for herself either. In a world where so much cultural currency resides in narratives of victimisation and oppression, she chooses again to just not. This is striking, juxtaposed with another recent memoir by a certain individual born into breathtaking wealth and status. Consider Paris's tone when reflecting on how her time at Provo, Utah's CEDU facility left her not only traumatised, but completely lacking the education of a normal person her age. This whole shitstorm had stolen 2 years from me, and that's like, what is that, 10% of my life at the time? No, more like 20%, isn't it? Because 2 years would be a fifth of your life if you're 20, and I was only 18, so forget it, I can't do maths. Maths was robbed from me, along with geography, algebra, socialization, healthy flirtation, how to conduct my body and value my soul. Now compare it with Prince Harry bewailing that he'd been cut off financially by his father at the tender age of only 34. Cutting me off therefore meant firing me without redundancy pay and casting me into the void after a lifetime of service. More after a lifetime of rendering me otherwise unemployable. I felt fatted for the slaughter, suckled like a veal calf. Both passages embody a peculiar type of celebrity. Fame was guaranteed long before they did anything attention-worthy in their own right. Both were notoriously troubled teens who responded to the pressures of a privileged upbringing by rebelling, often as publicly and messily as possible, secure in the knowledge that they were too well protected to be left with nothing. Both, too, experienced genuine trauma in their lives, the pain of which no amount of money could soften. And yet, if someone had said 10 years ago that only one of these people would ultimately build a multi-million-dollar brand on the foundation of his or her victimhood, and make a spectacle of renouncing his or her famous family, while continuing to capitalise on it at every turn, who'd have guessed it would be the prince? Paris used the dumb blonde persona to make money, which is smart. Harry is just dumb. Meanwhile, Paris dished her thoughts on the royal family in a teaser for an upcoming interview, revealing she's a big fan of the prince. While on the British show Magic Radio Breakfast, Hilton confirmed she read Spare and also watched the Harry and Meghan Netflix docu-series. He's been through so much, and I just can't imagine losing my mum. Princess Diana has always been one of my idols, she shared. It just breaks my heart they had to go through that. And I know how it is with the media, added the blonde beauty. It can be so hard when they're just invading your lives constantly. And he's had that his entire life. The Stars Are Blind singer also relates to how Harry handled some of his personal struggles, as they both went through partying phases. It wasn't until the last few years that Hilton revealed her wild and seemingly ditzy behaviour was all an act that she put on in order to hide the trauma she experienced growing up.